Arkansas, when you talk playmakers, KJ Jefferson was so much fun. And then what is the name? Isaac Tesla? Tesla was – that guy is going to be a force to be reckoned with as well, too.
Well, we didn't know any of the names of the wide receivers, and those guys ended up stepping up. I will say a little concern about the run game. We talked an awful lot about the offseason, the duo of KJ and Rocket. Did not do much on the ground, and they did actually try to run the ball a decent amount. So maybe a little cause for concern there, but the passing attack and particularly the receivers that Coach Pittman had raved about in the offseason stepped up.
Monday. All right, on the flip side, Negative Nancy here is going to give us the bottom 5 things he saw over on the weekend.
Yeah, let's start at number 5. I have some concerns about Arkansas's run game. I mean, we were really excited about the duo of Rocket Sanders and KJ Jefferson. Clearly, the emphasis was on being able to throw the football, which they did well, but they did not run the football against a Western Carolina team that clearly is inferior on the line of scrimmage. That's something that I have a little bit of a concern about.
Something they're going to have to change, all of these things. Remember, you've always said, hey, you're better. The biggest jump is from what, week 1 to week 2?
Yep.
All of these things need to be addressed.
Sometimes it's good to teach off of tapes where you win instead of where you lose. But hopefully all of these SEC teams can make that improvement.
I was watching College Game Day there for a minute, and they were talking about it's going to happen. Mac School's going to beat a Power 5, and then hopefully that's already happened. I think Northern Illinois won it. Beat, was it Boston College possibly? I think this last weekend, but. That MAC, that year we beat Alabama, we beat Maryland, we beat Iowa State, all in that same year. We went 10-2 and didn't get a bowl invite. That's how things have changed, so far. But here's what I'll know about them. They'll be tough. They'll play hard. They did. They played hard against UCF. UCF has a good football team and had some really good talent out there, speed. But they'll play hard. And they'll come in here believing they can win. That's how it was when I was at Western Michigan and how it was when I was at Northern Illinois. And it's just a wonderful opportunity for them. Again, this week's more about us. And, between week 1 and 2, we ought to get much better. I told the coaches today, I said, let's be great at – if it wasn't great, let's be great at fixing it. And let's don't say, well – if we just keep practicing the same way or we keep doing the same individual drills or whatever, it's going to get better, because it's not. You have to emphasize it, sort of like we did the short yardage and all that. So they'll be ready to play. I'm excited to play them. And MAC is a great league, great coaches league. And as fun a time as I've had, besides being head coach at Arkansas, was when I was coaching in the MAC. But I felt the trust. I'll be perfectly honest with you, Otis, them guys catch everything. And so, what do we have? The first 6 passes or something with 6 different receivers or something like that. Was it 7? And they've earned his trust. And but we're catching the ball really well, contested balls really well. And, I know Andrew and Tesla, especially, we need to get Broden going. Need to get him going. He only caught 1 pass. Man, how valuable is he as a gunner on the punt team and all those type things. But he came here to catch balls. We got to get him going a little bit more, too.
First weekend of football. Let's get to it. We're going to ask ourselves some questions that were answered after 1 week of football.
All right. First question that was answered for me, one big one that I had, KJ Jefferson. He looked comfy.
Yeah, he did.
He was poised. He delivered some darts in this game. I know it was Western Carolina. I get it, but I just wanted to see the feet. I wanted to see the mechanics. I wanted to see the comfort level in the offense. I like the way Dan Enos put in some of the zone read stuff.
Yeah.
The mesh looked a little bit longer for KJ. There was one that he had to wait and rip out, and then he takes it for a touchdown. Didn't even have to lean on Rocket Sanders. New receivers from lower level of college football made some plays.
They got some burners out there.
I like this offense for KJ.
They got some. Look, let's not downplay Western Carolina. Hey, they got to line up and play too. Want me to tell you why? Because my number one question was Arkansas has a defense, ladies and gentlemen. Travis Williams coming in as a defensive coordinator. They forced 5 turnovers, 4 interceptions, 1 forced fumble. That defense was flying around. I loved what I was seeing out of the defense of Arkansas. Not only did they have a middle field safety, but they weren't just giving up post routes every time I looked up as well.
You mentioned flying around. Those linebackers, specifically 28, I mean, it was all over the place. I loved it. I loved that defense.
I've never heard that described.
Hunter Yurchek, the outstanding athletic director at the University of Arkansas, honoring Alex Collins and Ryan Mellett, two of the all-time greats who have died in recent weeks. Their initials will be on the 3 and the 15-yard line on the home side of Frank Broyles Field. We'll be right back.
Hey, Saturday Stud Time. We got a new category. We do this every single week. Here's our standing.
Oh! You gotta take a picture of this, CD, because it ain't gonna last long. Wow. I don't like your negativity.
No faith in you. Is this your year?
This is my 9th year working with Dari. I've never won any contest we've done, so
This is my 2nd year working with Dari, and I've won twice.
Third year.
It's your 3rd year, bro. 3rd year. I've won twice.
That's right.
I've won twice.
That's exactly right. You're already giving yourself a win this year, I thought, for a second. Most team rush yards. That's the category as chosen by the great Brad Buchanan. You get to go first because you finished last.
Thanks for reminding me of that. But this week, I'm going with Arkansas. I'm going to tell you why I'm going with Arkansas. Look, last year, Arkansas rush game, Raheem Sanders, KJ Jefferson, they were amazing. And they're going against a Kent State team that gave up a whole bunch of yards last week. So,
Arkansas is off the board. I'm going to take Tennessee, who ran the ball how many times last
52 times.
52 times for almost 300 yards. I see no reason to think Tennessee is not going to run at will on Saturday, so give me Rocky Top. Producer Jonathan gets the next pick. He is taking the SEC leading, what did you say, Mississippi State Bulldogs, Jonathan? That's correct, he says. He's going to go with Mississippi State to have another big run game against Arizona.
Fools, clowns, you guys are missing out here. I'm going with Kentucky. Kentucky is what they want to run the football. They didn't do a great job of it last week. They're playing an FCS team. It's going to be overmatched. The big blue wall is back, my brothers. Give me another week of winning. I'll be picking last again next week.
No,
too.
Lead Blue One's going to fill Devin Leary. Look, we're going to perfect this passing game. Dink, 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 dink.
I got Kent State at Arkansas. It's going to all come down to KJ Jefferson and this offense. Also, Raheem Sanders, they got to get it going on the ground game if they want to be successful, not just today, but going forward in this season. I love what Arkansas showed defensively last week, forcing 5 turnovers. They play that type of defense. Watch out the SEC West.
Sources have told Chris Lowe that Alabama defensive back Malachi Moore is likely to play against Texas. Jalen Key will be a game-time decision. Arkansas running back Raheem Sanders will miss the next game or two after injuring his knee in the season opener. And Florida safety Jadarius Perkins entering the transfer portal as a graduate transfer. More Nation is coming your way.
Well, Arkansas looks to build off that Week 1 win. I asked Coach Pittman what stood out most. He said, for a new group of wide receivers, we've got a lot of confidence in this passing game, but we've got to do more on the ground. Just 105 rushing yards in Week 1, but this week they'll have to do it without their leader, Rocket Sanders, who is unavailable dealing with a knee injury. They'll turn to guys like A.J. Green and Rashad Dubinion to carry the load. And defensively, after no lineman recorded a sack in Week 1, the challenge is simple: dominate up front.
SEC Network football. Arkansas won the toss. They defer. So Kent State will get the football first. Kent State coming off a tough outing on the road at UCF to kick things off. They lose 56-6. Gave up over 700 yards of offense to Gus Malzahn's program. And that one sails into the seats off the leg of Cam Little. On first down. Handoff left side, and not much there. Maybe a yard after a targeting violation last week. Alaimo makes one man miss, but then runs into a couple of those Arkansas jerseys. He'll get a couple of yards out of it. Alaimo trying to buy a little time, and there is nothing there. Good coverage downfield. Nobody open. He runs out of bounds.
Here's what we talked about this week. I mean, when we sat down with coordinator T. Will, he talked about getting body-on-body match coverage, and that's exactly what you saw. No place to go for the quarterback.
Super athlete. He's always, you feel like he's on the verge of always busting one of these open. Boy, tight spiral. Fielded there by Satania. Boy, breaks out of some trouble, still dancing around. And you see what I'm talking about. I mean, you just feel like he's one guy away from taking it back to the house. 3 missed tackles on that play. And, of course, you always got K.J. Jefferson back there. Alaimo. A lot of traffic in the backfield. 3rd down and 8. Pressure comes. Alaimo can't get out of this trouble. He'll be dropped at the 31-yard line. Trajan Jeffcoat.
He must have heard the whispers this week as Trajan Jeffcoat has come out in this ball game and sort of set these first 2 series on fire.
K.J. Jefferson. Big collision out over the 30. That is 250 pounds coming at you. And a call to run, picks up 8 yards, ran right into Alex Branch, the strong safety.
QB counter coming straight downhill, 242 pounds. Everybody was yelling and screaming about picks. They got after Sark a little bit. It was fun to watch.
Kent State. That one's picked off. This will be an Arkansas touchdown.
Unbelievable.
Just like that, the Hogs are on the board. And how about this? The transfer from South Florida comes up with the pick 6.
Hands up. He's looking right at the quarterback. Great hands, great reaction, and he knows what to do after the interception.
3 here, total yards, 72 for Kent State, 14 for Arkansas. Alaimo hit as he throws, and that one is incomplete. 2nd down and 8. Boy, Alaimo almost got blown up.
Watch Morgan here. He times this, he beats the tight end over the top, and he's just able to be disruptive in the backfield.
KJ 2 of 6 for 7 yards. Had a couple of balls dropped. There goes A.J. Green. They'll pull a couple of linemen to the near side, creating a big hole. This will be a nice run inside the Kent State 45 for A.J. Green, a pickup of 23 yards.
You see Bo Limmer here get out in front, and he's able to seal on the edge.
Four-man rush. Pressure comes down the field. Passes caught at the 10-yard line. Isaac TeSlaa.
Jefferson puts this ball right on the spot, and a great job by TeSlaa of being able to go down and dig it out. What a catch.
They'll run it with Green again, straight up the middle. Powers his way toward the goal line. Did he get in?
Great block on the play by Isaac.
They will stop him short of the goal line.
Wow.
Low snap, bobbled. K.J. Jefferson will pick it up. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown. Just how they drew it up, I'm sure.
You look at the replay, and he doesn't panic. He picks the ball up with that big hand. He doesn't panic, eyes up. He finds Armstrong in the back of the end zone. What a play.
Pressure comes. Alignment nowhere to go, and they had the football over 20 minutes. The handoff goes to A.J. Green. But now Kent State with outstanding field position. Xavier Williams will get the start at tailback here in the second half. On third down, K.J. Jefferson stands tall in that pocket. Pass is caught out over the 20. Arkansas 4 out of 8 on third downs. K.J. Jefferson says, I'll just take this myself. And he's out over the 45 to the 48-yard line.
Quarterback counter. It's easy. They're going pin pull scheme. They're getting.
Well, you want to get the run game going, just bring old number 1 into the picture. He'll throw it here, though. Stands in the pocket, hit as he throws, has a man open at the 30. It is Jaden Wilson out of bounds. 10th play of this drive. K.J. Jefferson looking, dumps it off underneath, and that ball is caught around the 5-yard line. They're going to say it's a catch. A gain of 14 on the play.
That's a nice job by K.J. Just staying in the pocket. Look at Tesla. Unbelievable catch.
School-looking offense here. K.J. Jefferson will hand it off. Turning the corner. Touchdown, Arkansas. It is Rashad Davinion. This defense of Arkansas has given up just 110 yards to Kent State to this point. They'll hand it off to Gavin Garcia, and he runs into an Arkansas wall up front. 3rd and 8. Little play fake, pressure comes. Olaimo in trouble and dropped back at the 45-yard line. Just nowhere to go. Chris Paul led the way.
You see this front get off, and then Jaheim comes down the middle. He's able to flush the quarterback, and everybody else is just hunting. But nobody's talking about what's happening on the back end. On the back end, they're in match coverage. There was no place to go.
From the 27, A.J. Jefferson looking for a little bit of room. And he is. It is 2nd down and 18. K.J. Jefferson throws it to Paz out over the 45 to this 47-yard line. 3rd down and 11. Jefferson breaks out of that potential sack. Pump fakes to midfield, and he is driving over the 45 down to the 44-yard line.
Just look how strong he is. He steps right out of it, and he's able to make sure that he gets up the field for positive yards.
At Missouri, using K.J. Jefferson, he just bulldozes his way down to the 40-yard line for the first down. 4-down territory here. If you're Arkansas, pressure comes from the edge. They feel it, throw to Paz, and he'll have the first down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
There it is.
Coming left side, throwing to the end zone. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Arkansas. They go to Andrew Armstrong. His 2nd touchdown grab of the afternoon.
You're going to get some form of play action. It's a nice job rolling out to his left. Great pitch and catch. Touchdown. Nice job by Anderson.
Olaimo and create problems, and pressure comes again, and he's dropped down at the 29-yard line. Wide out, knocked away at the last moment on that far side.
Looks like single safety rotation.
Near side, pass up in the air and caught. What a catch by Trell Harris. Inside the 5-yard line. They'll spot him at the 2. Quick snap, try to run it off the right side. Did he get in? I think they're going to spot him just shy of the goal line. 2nd and goal. Boy, Thomas met behind the line and walloped by Chris Paul, who didn't play in the first half because of a targeting call last week. Just introduced himself to Thomas.
Paul. I love it. Physical at the point of attack. Watch him come through the gap, shoot through the gap.
So now it's 3rd down and goal. High snap. Alaimo dives for the goal line, and he's going to be short. They're going to spot it inside the 1. He's going to be inches away. Hand it off right side. They'll lose 5 yards. The Hogs get the stop on a 1st and goal situation.
Landon Jackson with the vertical penetration off the edge. Again, in critical situations, your big-time players got to show up.
Well, Coach, you told me at halftime you guys were being out-physical, but how did they settle in the second?
I thought defensively we played. What a nice goal line stand down here. We came out, we got 3 and out. We went down and scored, but we got a lot of work to do. You know, this team right here, he had him prepared better than I had ours prepared, and they played better than we did today. We were fortunate to win.
Being without Rocket Sanders is no small feat, but KJ Jefferson has the ability to take over a game with his legs. What did you see from him?
Well, we had to run him today, because if we didn't, we'd been in big trouble. So we had to run him to win. The plan was not to do that. So we got to do better up front. We got to do better wide out. We got to run the ball. Our backs got to run better. So that's all goes back to me, and I've got to get it fixed.
It doesn't get any easier from here. You turn the page to BYU next week. What will you take away from this one?
Well, it'll be a good wake-up call for us. You know, we talked all week about not needing a surprise, not needing to be woke up, but we got woke up. So we'll be ready to play next week.
No doubt about it. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Bye.
Final score once again, Arkansas 28, Kent State 6.
Welcome back. Doring Watson, Arkansas, playing their Fayetteville opener at Little Rock last week. Kent State, the visitors. You know what Arkansas did last week? Picked off, 4 passes? Was it 3, 4 passes?
Yeah, may as well go ahead and keep the party going here.
They had a pick 6.
Started off with a pick 6.
Another pick 6.
First touchdown on the board, Arkansas defense.
Antonio Greer.
They needed it. The offense certainly wasn't doing anything early on.
No Rocket Sanders. Of course, we all knew that.
Everyone knew that, Dory.
Yeah, coming out.
Don't be stupid.
Second quarter. KJ Jefferson to Isaac Tesla.
The Arkansas didn't score on their first 6 drives, but they hung in there. KJ Jefferson continued to do the things that he does, make plays with his legs, and
how about that?
Scramble, looking to throw.
Kind of what Milroe had to do today.
Yeah.
Pick up the errant snap.
I can't think of anything more scary than having your head down trying to pick up a ball while 300-pound dudes are coming to tackle you.
Maybe returning a punt.
That is terrifying. Yeah, good point.
KJ then?
You know what the second half was about, Dory?
Tell me.
Time of possession for Arkansas. Dominated, had the ball for 22 and a half minutes in the second half. Touchdown drives of 91 and 73 that ate up almost 15 minutes.
28-6, Hogs win.